What's up guys, it's your boy, the other half of Delinquent Duo here for an Orcust deck profile. This is the deck I'm playing in this quarantine format. This deck has a lot of options going first, a lot of options going second, and I really enjoy this deck. I've been playing it since the Bardiche days. But let's get into this profile. So, first things first, we're gonna go through our Orcust monsters. You play 3 Girsu the Orcust Mekknight. Now this card is your starter, produces tokens, sends a World Legacy card or an Orcust monster, a 1-card Galatea. Gotta play 3 of this card, no more, no less. And obviously we play 3 Nightmare. Gotta play this card, it sends from deck to grave. And obviously we pair it well with the nice Brassman Bard. Gets things back from our graveyard to the field, to make any disruptions with your opponent. And then we also play the 1 Brass. Normally I see people not playing this card, but I just think this card is super strong, especially with Needle Fiber. You just tutor it out with there and make you Galatea, and then obviously, you know, go from there. But then to round out like the Orcust type cards, we play 2 of the wand. Normally people only play, I'd say like 1, or they play, you know, maybe 2. I think 2 is so crucial right now because even if you draw it and you could somehow get something in a grave, then you get this to your grave because it's a free body for extra comboing. So you just gotta play the 2. Also, it's a really great as discard fodder and reviving things that are banished. So that pretty much rounds out for the Orcust monsters. Now let's get into my favorite part of the deck. Now this is the Mekknight stuff. I love playing the Mekknights. I play 3 purple, 2 blue. Not a lot of people are playing them. I don't know why. These search out Mekknight Girsu. You have 5 ways to search it that also are huge bodies and also can be used to make full Orcust combo. Now, it's absolutely crazy. Obviously, everyone knows what this one does. They all summon themselves for free by playing around the opponent, and also say like you're going first. You may think that it may not be the best option. You know, normally you could get, you know, you could set a spell or trap, make a link play, and then summon things for free, and then go ahead and search your stuff. They're so good because they force negates, huge bodies pushing for those OTKs, and also really good for link climbing. I play this over the Machina because it doesn't matter if I draw them or not. I could always utilize them at some capacity between like the Machina engine. If you draw, you know, one of your Machina combo extenders or mid-combo pieces, it really hurts, especially if you get Ash during the combo. You know, these cards, they don't care. If you know your opponent has an Ash, you can just, okay, special this, attack, or link climb into something else. Super good. If you notice, I do not play the Indigo. I used to play Mekknight Indigo, but after a lot of testing, it just really wasn't fitting with my style or my board building. It was either a win more card or it was either like semi-brick, and I just didn't need to see it. So, but if you want to play it, go right ahead. Now let's go off to the scraps. This, obviously we all know, is absolutely busted. Scrap Recycler. You guys know this is the other starter of the deck. If you don't see any of your Orcust cards, you could summon this, send the O-line, make this Scrap Wyvern, and then you can get out Scrap Golem, revive the Recycler, do it over and over again, make the lip plays, do the whole shenanigans over and over, you know. And then obviously your end board normally ends in an Appaloosa, the Buster Lock with Ding Girsu, and also other disruptions in your board and in the graveyard. It's just so good. Not a lot of boards could break that, especially the protection with Ding Girsu is just so strong. Then for the other one-ofs, rounding out the monsters, we have standard stuff. We have the O-Lion, Jet Synchron, the Buster Dragon for the lock, and then the Gizmek as another Orcust extender or just to make full Orcust combo. Pretty self-explanatory, you know, your 1-card Needle Fiber, your combo extender, your end board card, and then obviously if you need an extender to go for more Orcust combos or to link climb, obviously you gotta play those cards. All really good. I see some builds playing 2 O-Lion. I just think it's too bricky, to be honest, and I'm trying to make the most consistent Orcust list that I can, to be honest with you. Let's go into spells. How about it? 3 return. Sense for cost. Draw 2. It's a Pot of Greed, except better, to be honest, because you plus off of it with your Orcust cards getting sent to the graveyard. You gotta play it. Even if your opponent negates it, hey, guess what? You sent it for cost. Then you go full Orcust combo. Pretty easy. Play the 1 Babel. You don't need to play any more of this. You search it off of Galatea. You know, makes all your Orcust monsters quick effects. And another good one that people don't realize is that if it's in your graveyard, discard any card in your hand, get it right back to your hand. So, obviously, your Orcust monsters love being in the graveyard. Now we also play 3 Called By. We are a combo deck. We do get hurt by hand traps a lot. So to mitigate that as much as we can, play Called By the Grave. Also, really good this format if you are going first and say like, you don't get hand trapped, but you drew this. You know, a lot of other decks are graveyard reliant. So it's just really, really great to stun your opponent. You know, we are seeing Striker in this format again. Let's banish that Ray. Then we play 2 Lightning Storms. Don't play 3. That's too bricky, but this is just enough. Forces the negates with your opponent. You gotta play it. It's a blowout card. Why not play it? Other 1-ups we play Foolish Burial, Monster Reborn, and then Succession. This is for your lib combo. This is an extender, another extender. Pretty self-explanatory. You know, you want to revive stuff, and then you want to send things to graveyard. That's what the deck is good at. So why don't we just keep playing cards that do that? 1 Trendo. You don't want to play any more of this. Some builds play 2. You don't need to see it. It's searchable through Galatea. And then to round it off, we play 3 Infinite Impermanence. You know, another hand trap of the deck. It's just really good to see stop your opponent, or if you don't even use it, if you're going first, it's a great way to stun your opponent. It's a really great card. Obviously, you play it. Now let's get into the extra deck. So we play 2 Girsu. You don't need 3. You don't want to play 1. 2 is the right ratio. You keep recycling them back and forth. Normally when you get the 2 of them, your opponent has a really rough time playing around those boards. Just gets rid of a lot of problematic cards. We play the 1 long Girsu. You don't want to play any more than this. 1 is fine. You normally use it to mid to late game. And also the send effect with the link arrows is really, really strong. So gotta play that. Get all your resources back. Play 2 Galatea. You don't need more than this. A lot of builds play 3. We're not in Striker format anymore. We don't need to play 3 of this anymore. You recycle it back. A lot of decks can't keep up with the Galatea anyways, so 2 is all you need. Then the other cards we play, 1 Linkuriboh for the Orcust Girsu, super strong, 1 card Galatea, you gotta play it. And then for the Link 2s, 1 IP Masquerena for the Disruption with the Orcust board. And then we play for the Buster Lock, mid-scrap combo for the lib. And then obviously the Needle Fiber plays because it's really good. It gets out Brass Bombard, it gets out your Jet Synchron, O-Lion if you haven't already used it. It's just really strong. Another reason why I like Orcust a lot too is we don't need to do the Link Cross or Auroradon plays. Our deck is already strong enough. Just play what you need. Be as consistent as possible. You don't need to, you know, cheese out your opponent. That's not what this deck is about. It's just about outgrinding your opponent and pushing for those OTKs. 1 Link 3, just play the Unicorn for the IP play. Spin something back to deck, you know, disrupt them even further. Link 4s, have some interesting choices not a lot of people play. 1 Appaloosa, 1 Zeraboros, and then obviously the Axis Kotalker. Let me explain these a little bit. Appaloosa, that's your end board with scrap combo. You can end on 3 or 4 negates. It's good, you play it. This for the IP play with Galatea and IP. If you have those on board, you make the Zeraboros, and guess what? You probably have like a Girsu or Gizmic Engrave to trigger it, and your opponent normally can't recover from that. And plus, you banish a lot of cards normally. You know, you can swing for the OTK as well. And then, you know, Axis Kotalker, make a lot of link plays. Target a link monster, gain 1,000 attack per link rating. Obviously, we don't know what it does. Pop things for free, and the card says your opponent can't respond. We're playing that card. I do not play Boral Sword. A lot of builds play Boral Sword. I don't. Axis Kotalker is better. Just straight up, your opponent can't respond to their effects. Let's move on to the side deck a little bit here. 3 Dark Ruler for combo, negate all the boards. Now, 3 Twin Twisters, more back row removal for those Mystic Mind decks, back row decks. This deck does struggle with that at times, so why don't you blow up back row and plus off of it with a discard. And then, maybe a little bit overkill, but I'm still testing this out. We play the 2 Cyclone and the 1 Red V-Boot. I'm looking for other options. If you guys have anything in the comment section, put down below. We really appreciate it. But right now, this is okay. This is just so good for the Geist matchup. Like, all these cards are really good for the Geist matchup in general. So you gotta play them. And then also, we play for the blowouts. Obviously, you gotta play the Evenly match. Banishing face down is busted, so, you know, why don't you use that? And then we close it out with the Nibiru. Because when your opponent's is going to mid combo and you slap this down, you will win the game. Plus, obviously, free body for your full Orcust combo with the Orcust monster in hand. So yeah, that rounds out the main, the side, and the extra. You know, obviously the deck's still a work in progress, but you know, everything is much appreciated. If you guys are playing other different cards in Orcust, let me know in the comment section down below. With that further said and done, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.